Deb, thanks for joining me again.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm wondering about showing you the Money Game trilogy.
Let's hear what Ren has to say about money. I'm down. Let's go.
I did want to also open it up to if there's some like I've got to see this one.
I'm here for the ride. I've purposely not been watching his videos.
Yeah.
Like purposely, and they're all over now because I follow him on Instagram. I follow him on TikTok. I follow him here. So if a video comes up, I'm swiping real quick.
Yeah, I'm excited to show you these.
I saw him do, oh my goodness, I saw him do a cover of Sting. Oh, see, now the song's like escaped me.
Oh.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I was like, holy cow, this guy's got talent.
Yeah.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Greed runs through parliament interiors. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie theory, strife, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A pull chain to your shoes on pain. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we like to point the blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop. Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate. When they make us believe that everybody is going to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth. It's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder that's savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Just
The way he spits,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Ren, okay, all right.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull up the lyrics.
You say there's 3 parts for this song? Okay, and is it an ongoing song, or is it 3 separate songs, a part of a trilogy?
There's 3 separate music videos.
Okay.
This one was 2019. Okay. The second one is actually a lyric video. There is a video where they filmed him singing it at a beach, but that's not the one that most people review, because it's really his lyric video for the second one that is the powerful one.
Right. Okay.
And then the third one he did a lot more recently, like in the last year.
Right. So I will admit, I kind of feel embarrassed that I compared him to Eminem.
No,
because I like Eminem, obviously, but and Eminem can rap, obviously, but Ren, like, the power in his music is unmatched.
Yeah.
It's unmatched. Like, we're 2 minutes and 28 seconds into the video already, and he's talking about government and the people. He's got the people with this cloak over their head with what is that, a noose around their neck? Are you kidding me?
It's striking imagery. Yeah.
Right. And then he's walking around with like a bat and like slapping the person with the guitar with gloves. It definitely is very relevant. even in 2019. And this was before the pandemic started. So, and how is it so relevant to us, like in this present moment?
Yeah.
He talks about money, and one of the lyrics is a ball chain to your shoes, but who's fooling who? I don't know. It's so relevant in 2025.
It is. Yeah.
Like right now, today.
Yeah. Strange times we're living in. World can put fear in you. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Greed runs through the parliament. Interior, devils walk among us. They fit the criteria. Man, yeah, he is. You said it in the first one. He's a lyrical genius.
Right. He's calling some people out without naming names.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm excited for you to see the second one. Well, all of these, I'm excited for you to see.
Oh, I mean, we're 2 minutes in. The song is 5 minutes and we're already minds blown.
Okay. I've rewound it a little bit so we can have that with the context. And then I was just going to have us read real quick the really fast part that he does. Dear Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support the ideas that keep us separate. When they make us believe that everybody's coming to terrorize you in the streets. Well, I just lost the lyrics.
I got it right here if you want to meet.
Yeah, you want to take it from there?
So when they make us believe that everybody's coming to terrorize you in the streets, they say proudly through gritted teeth, it's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. When did freedom of speech become a reason to hate, a way to justify a racial slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom because us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered and murdered like savages, colonized all of the rest. I don't know if he's gone into that part yet. If that's the fast part, holy cow, he's got a lot of stuff in there in a small amount of time. Good grief.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where we paused it. So, or pretty close.
Even outside of that, I'm still getting something from it. Go figure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll jump back into it.
Stop.
He uses silence in his videos to great effect.
Right.
Mr. President, it's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas to keep us separate. When they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets, they say badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate, a way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered and murdered like savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you denigrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant, cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome, and also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we make the same mistakes all again. Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat, the same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions aren't our own and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right, in the middle we sleep. Rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
And you can definitely tell this was another live recording. You know, he did this all one.
Yeah, no edits. That's
go.
impressive.
Yeah, he gets a lot of sound out of those little lapel mics.
Right. Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, part 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cliffhanger.
He touched on all of us being immigrants.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's just calling everyone out.
For me, since going on an LDS mission to Spain and seeing immigration there, it's always it boggled my mind to see immigrants villainized.
Right.
And made to be some evil thing when we, like he says, we're all immigrated from somewhere, especially in the United States.
The same thing. So I spent 2 years in Germany, and they too take in the immigrants. And in fact, if I remember correctly, they were actually giving them housing as well.
That sounds about right. The history of Germany, and he touches on that too, like how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain. And yet we make the same mistakes all again, demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same. I see Germany as kind of a shining example, I think. I mean, I'm not an expert in it, but of a country who readily admits, you know what, absolutely, we made some mistakes as a country.
Right. Yeah.
And we're abhorred by it as well, and we want to take steps to
make it better
and own it instead of sweeping it under the rug and just rewriting the history books.
Right. I kind of interpreted it a little bit too as like a relationship, obviously, with the government and its people, but also maybe just relationships that we have in our daily life. It almost felt like he was coming at the person playing the guitar and pulling away, kind of like an abuser does. There's a term called breadcrumbing, which I'm very familiar with because I've witnessed this in a few relationships. But it's where like, oh, well, this person's terrible to me, but there's like bits and pieces of good things sprinkled in there. So maybe it's not so bad. I think they also call that gaslighting.
Well, okay, I'm definitely familiar with gaslighting. Breadcrumbing, I hadn't heard that.
Maybe not as relevant as like gaslighting, but similar
I don't know.
abusive behavior.
I could. Oh, you're saying like not on the same level of.
Maybe not in terms of like our government, although I do feel like
I see both.
Give us a little bit of hope, just enough hope and just enough like leverage to keep us from not going into a REN novution. That's what we're going to call it, which I 100% support. But anyway, I did look up breadcrumbing because I want to make sure I'm like offering the best explanation for it. So breadcrumbing is a manipulative behavior where someone gives just enough attention to another person to keep them interested without any intention of committing.
Okay.
It happens in romantic, professional, and familial relationships.
I'm sure. Yeah. I think breadcrumbing is a great way to describe what a lot of is going on. In a lot of ways, I think that's all politics seems to be sometimes.
This just came to me like at the end of the video, he douses himself in gasoline and lights a lighter or goes to light a lighter. Mm-hmm. Gaslighting? Do you think that there was some sort of gaslighting?
I'm going to just assume yes. I'm going to say
I'm running with that because that is
oh man,
poetry.
Yeah, I had not thought of that way. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Because at first I was like, well, why is the government setting themselves on fire? But then I was like, wait, there's got to be some like something
oh my
here.
Gosh. Wow,
Gaslight.
wow. That just opened up a whole different avenue of it.
This old money game.
Man, it's brilliant.